Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the ONDO charts and we are going to see where it might be headed. And we're going to cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. And towards the end of the video, I will also go ahead and cover the overall macro structure of the overall altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same crypto exchanges that I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and try out either the MEXC exchange or the Blowfin exchange with the links in the video description down below this video. Now, the reasons why I absolutely love both of these exchanges: one, I love MEXC because they have some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry right now at just 0.01%, which means you get to simply keep more of your profits when you are trading. So that's very nice. Now, the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you are from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on the Blowfin exchange. This is personally where I trade crypto futures right now myself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ONDO charts on the daily chart. Now, when we're looking at ONDO here, ONDO has been literally killing it. I mean, they have literally been killing it lately, and it has been absolutely awesome, all right? ONDO has literally been going up in an upward channel for quite some time now, and they've been literally performing very, very well. Now, what's interesting here is they've been literally following in this channel for quite some time now, and I fully expect that it will continue to go in this channel as well. All right, as you guys can clearly see, we ended up going up to the top of the channel and then consolidating back down and eventually reaching, a new higher low here, and we ended up going back up to the top channel again, and I fully expect that we will eventually end up coming down to this bottom support level down here at $1.10 before eventually going back up and making another high as well. All right. Now, obviously, I'm not a magician. I can't tell you that is for sure going to happen. But based off of what has been going on and how much momentum we have seen in ONDO recently, we can fully expect that will end up happening. All right. Now, as far as a bearish scenario is concerned, if anything were to happen, like currently right now going on in the altcoin market, things are starting to cool off right now. Especially with the big push that we recently just had in the last couple days. But what I could see happening from here on out is if things do end up getting crazy bearish, what I could see happening here is, first of all, we have got all of these smaller midterm support levels down here, which is very nice to see. All right, so I assume that we will end up stopping at one of these support levels. My guess is just looking at the RSI, my guess is that we'll end up falling. If we do end up falling, we'll end up falling at least to possibly either this 110 level or the 105 level. But realistically, we do not want to fall below $1. If we do fall below $1, we want to be looking at this 88-cent support level down in here, okay? But overall, I personally just realistically don't see that happening, especially if momentum continues and this is just a small pullback before another higher leg before another potential leg upwards. All right. So with support and resistance levels aside, let's go ahead and turn on some indicators and look at those. Now, as you guys can clearly see, we've got the EMAs going on here, and price data is above all of the EMAs, which is very, very nice to see. That's what we want to see. Now, there is a possibility, this is another thing too, is EMAs are great to look at for support and resistance as well. And price could possibly only go down to one of these EMAs as well before bouncing off and going upwards also. So that's why it's also important to be paying attention to stuff like these EMAs and stuff like that as well. All right. Now, as you guys can clearly see as I'm talking right now, the altcoin market is literally dumping hardcore as I am speaking. I mean, the total market cap for altcoins has literally been... it was just $670 billion probably about 20 minutes ago, and now we're looking at $650 billion. This thing is dumping hard right now. But anyway, Realistically, that's what we want to see. Now, if we take away the EMAs and look at the Bollinger Bands, again, same thing. We've got the pink moving average right in the center here, and price looks like it came down to it, and it started to repel off of it and go back up. Now, if it ends up going through, straight through, and the daily candle ends up closing below it, then we will probably end up starting a new downtrend, going down and down and down further. All right. So if we take that away, now when we look at the RSI, we can clearly see the RSI is still technically overbought, and we are still above the 50 level. So if we do end up coming down, we want to be looking for buys when this thing is oversold and below the 50 level here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the overall altcoin market chart. And what we can clearly see here, oh man, this is not what I wanted to see, to be brutally honest with you. Man, I did not want to see this. I knew this was going to happen eventually, because this is usually what happens with rising wedges. Rising wedges, they typically result in, price action end up coming down outside of it eventually, all right? But as you guys can clearly see, we were creating higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, all the way up, and we were going back and forth within the rising wedge this whole time. And then now today, just recently, within the last 5 minutes that I've been talking, actually, we literally just dumped outside of it. Now, if this thing closes outside of it, we want to be looking for support right here at the $662 billion level, as you guys can clearly see where it's at right now. And if that one fails, then we want to look at this level of $623 billion. If that one fails, then we've got support here at $595 billion. And if that one fails, then we've also got support down here at $558 billion. Now, if it's true and we do end up having another big leg upwards, my guess is that we will not go further below this $558 billion level at worst case scenario, okay? But the overall goal here is we want price action. We want the altcoin market cap to go above this $764 billion level, all right? That's going to kind of be one of the big key levels to tell us that, okay, now we've got a very good chance to breach above this $790 billion level. And once we beat that $790 billion level, I mean, it's off to the races, and we can fully expect that we are going to start making some new highs in a bunch of new altcoins, all right? So overall here, guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you enjoyed this video and you got some decent value out of it, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below the video, and leave me a comment down below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of ONDO is going to go in the short to midterm. And with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched the video throughout the entire video, thank you guys very much for sticking around and watching, and I hope to see all of you in my future videos.